Okay, so really quick. In exercise 17 to 22, write a function g whose graph represents the indicated transformation of the graph of f. Use a graphing calculator. Okay, cool, whatever. So let's do this quick. Let's do number 17 really quick. So check this out. F of x equals x plus 2. Now, here are my words. It says vertical. So really quick, I gotta make sure you guys understand this. Vertical, horizontal, right? Vertical's up and down, horizontal's left and right, right? Cool, just gotta make sure. So, f of x equals x plus 2. Now we're doing a vertical stretch by a factor of 5. Okay? This is how you do it. We're gonna grab this guy, x plus 2. What's the number? Factor of 5. Put a 5 on the outside. What's 5 times x? 5x. What is 5 times 2? 10. Now we write g of x equals, boom. That is all we're doing. That's it. That's number 17 done. Let's go to number 18 real quick. So 18 says f of x is equal. Oh, and the reason we did g of x, because remember, we want a function of g coming from the function of f. So f to g. That's I know, it's worded weird, but that's what it's saying. So f of x equals 2x plus 6. Cool. So far, so good. Now, remember here, it says vertical stretch, vertical shrink. Here's a horizontal shrink, horizontal stretch. We'll get into those, don't worry, but I'm just going to explain that. You got to pay attention to these words. So the numbers here, honestly, don't matter. It's just math. But this is the step you need to focus on, what these mean, okay? So right now we're on 18, vertical shrink, okay? So we wrote out our question. I'm going to write it down here, 2x plus 6. That's all I did so far, okay? Put parentheses, the whole thing in a parenthesis. What do they want? Here, let me, it's all messing up. There we go. Let me just clean this up. I don't like it when it starts to get too messy. Whatever. So, we're doing a vertical shrink by a factor of 1/2. We're going to put 1/2 on the outside. Feel me? That's all we've done so far. 1/2 times this, I'll do it on the side just in case you're not good at fractions, times 2. That cancels out. So the first answer would be x, because x doesn't get canceled out, only him. Next, 1/2 times 6. I'll do it over here on the side. 1/2 times 6 would equal 6 over 2, right? The same way that one would have been 2 over 2, but that still becomes a 1, which is still the answer, which is just x. So 2 times what number gives us 6? 2 times what is 6? 3, correct. Plus 3. Right, g of x equals that. That is all we're doing. So before we get into the horizontals, remember horizontals, we're doing first the verticals. So for vertical stretch, vertical shrink, all you're doing is grabbing these guys, putting a parenthesis, put that guy right here, put that guy right here, and you're multiplying them in. That is all we're doing for vertical shrinks and vertical stretch. It's the same thing, always. Just remember the word, keyword vertical, vertical. That's all you're doing. Horizontals, it changes a bit, and that's what we're going to get into right now. So just take a mental note. That's how it went down. Let's do number 19. F of x equals absolute value 2 of x plus 4. And down here, I'll do this one. F of x equals absolute value of x plus 3. Don't let these scare you, these absolute values. It's not a big deal. Don't let that scare you. Now we're doing horizontal shrink, horizontal stretch. Now these two are pretty much the same thing, and I'm going to tell you why. So this one says of 1/2, so I'm going to write really quick down here. Oh my God, I did it too far. Whatever. You know what that means. And this one, I'm just going to write it down here. Cool. Everything good so far? Put a parenthesis, 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 parenthesis. Now the reason I'm doing parentheses, just to show you multiplying. By the way, this is not mathematically correct. A lot of teachers try to hate on me, but honestly, dude, I try to make everything easy. So, what do they want it? 1/2, right? And what do they want this one by? Okay, 4. Cool. Now, unlike the vertical shrink and the vertical stretch, where you put it right here and you multiply it inward, these get flipped. So what if we flip 2 on top and 1 in the bottom? The answer would just be 2, right? It'd be like this, which equals that right here. Okay, let's do this one. So if this is a 4 and this one's technically above a 1, now it would be a 1/4. Just remember that. So if you have like a, for example, 5, and we're doing a horizontal, it's going to be 1/5. If you had a 1/5, we're doing a horizontal, which we're doing now, it'll be a 5. Just, that's it, okay? Don't make your life hard. Just remember that little rule. It's not a hard rule to remember. Sorry, my eraser starts to lag on me. So we established that. There we go. That's good enough. So 1/2 just became, making sure. Okay, yeah, became 2. So what's 2 times 2? 4x. I'm going to leave the absolute values. Plus, how many is? Oh, that's it. Yeah, 4. This guy stays the same, by the way. We're only doing this to him. Okay? Feel me? It only happens to him. So g of x equals this. That's it. Let's try this one. So we established they wanted us to do it of 4. It becomes 1/4. What's 1/4 times x? Well, that's pretty easy. It's 1/4 x plus 3. Remember, this one doesn't get touched. It's only the x. Now we write g of x equals this. And that's how you do these. I'm going to ignore this one because this one's just graphing it. But that's how you do a vertical stretch. One last time. A vertical stretch. Let me use pink. Vertical stretch. The moment you hear vertical, don't even think stretch or shrink. Just do this automatically. Oh, it's a 5? Okay, boom. 5 times x, 5 times 2, and then that's the answer. This one, oh, okay, 1/2? Okay, perfect. When you hear horizontal, we'll do a different color. When you hear horizontal, you flip these numbers. So that became from 1/2, right? If we flipped it, it would become a 2. So you put a 2 right here. You only multiply it to the one that has an x. You leave that guy by himself. This one was a 4. 4 becomes 1/4. So put a 1/4 right here. So that's 1/4 x, just like we did, plus 3. Remember, the second one doesn't get touched. With the vertical shrink, everything gets touched. Everything gets touched. With horizontal, only the x's get touched. Just remember that. Have a good day.